One more video, and this is just a little more information for those of you that read music and want to prepare a score of your MIDI creations. So I've got everything set up. I've got all the notes fixed, all the editing is done, the copying and pasting is done, and let's say I want to prepare a score. First thing you need to know, this should be obvious to most of you, but I'm going to say it anyway. Pro Tools will only notate in music notation MIDI events. You can't record audio and then expect that it will translate things you play on your guitar into music notation. It does not do that. It doesn't have any pitch to MIDI or pitch to note capabilities. It only translates MIDI notes into standard notation. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on any clip here. Doesn't really matter which one I choose. I'll go up to the window menu and open the score editor. And then remember we did this before. I'm going to right click anywhere in the score editor window and choose Notation Display Track Settings. And when this window opens, I'm going to take each different track and set it to treble clef. Track 1, Rowboat 1 is already set to treble clef. Let's set them all. Track 2, Rowboat 2, set to treble clef. Then let's go Rowboat 3, treble clef, and I'm going to do this for all 8 tracks. Treble clef will work even for the Rowboat, or I'm sorry, the Brother John song. You'll have to use some ledger lines, but that's okay. It's Brother John 3, treble clef, almost there. Brother John 4, treble clef. So now they're all set to treble clef. I'm going to close this window, and I'll close the score editor. And I want to click out here so that nothing is highlighted. None of my clips are highlighted. Now when I open up the score editor, it's going to show me all of the parts. Oh, I lied to you. It's showing exactly what it showed before. All right, let's see if we can get it to show us everything. Let's select everything and then show the score editor. So I just highlighted the selector tool, and I'm going to click way down here. Follow my mouse. I'm going to click way down here, just where the last clip ends in the last track. I'm going to hold the mouse button down and drag up to highlight everything. There are other ways of doing this, but I'm just trying to show different Pro Tools editing skills. So that's click and drag over a region, several regions, or clips as they're now called, to highlight them. Then let's go and open the score editor, and now we see each track on its own staff. And we can scroll to the right and see the second page of music. And Brother John, when we get near the end, it does have to jump down a little bit, but not so bad. Just has to use a few ledger lines, as you see right here. Right, so if I scroll over to the first page, you notice it just says title and composer. Let's see if we can fix that. I'm going to close the score editor window, and I'll go to the File menu and choose Score Setup. And here's the score setup. So let's name this. In title, I'll click and drag there. I'll type in Rowboat. And composer, well, I don't know who composed this, but we're going to change that. We're going to type in arranged by, and then type your name. Everything else you can leave the same. And click to close that window. And now let's go back to the score editor. There it is. Title, your name, arranged by, and you have your score all prepared to go. One last thing, this will not work in the Music 135 lab because we don't have any printers connected, but what you could do at this point is export to Sibelius, or somewhere in here. Whoop, sorry, I went too fast. I can't remember where it is. Oh, send to. Not showing up as a choice for, I'm not sure why, but send to will let you send it to Sibelius too. Not sure why that's grayed out right now, but since we can't print in this room anyway, I just wanted to show you how to set up a score. All right, that's it for this tutorial.